Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. My name is Rochelle May Jimenez Ganso, and I am the last reporter of this group. So today, I will discuss the multiliteracies in the educational reform. So, what is multiliteracies in the educational reform? It is refers to training and education aimed at teaching and developing various types of literacy or skills. It is a concept and it is a concept in education that expand the notion of literacy beyond traditional reading and writing to include skills like digital literacy, visual literacy, and other communications art. Multiliteracies highlight the need to keep up with technological and societal change to make education effective and meaningful. So, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to first discuss the significance of multiliteracies in modern education. Second, develop assessment techniques for evaluating student multiliteracy skills. And the third is implement multiliteracies teaching strategy that engage students and promote holistic learning. So, here's the educational strategies of multiliteracy in the educational reform. So first is authentic. So authentic learning is that feels lear authentic learning is learning that feels real and useful, like doing things in class that you might do it real life, and also making it more interesting and practical. So the second one is outcome based learning. So it is focusing on what student should learn and be able to do by the end of the lesson or course, making sure that everyone understand the main goals. So number 3 is project based learning. So project-based learning is doing big project or tasks that involve a lot of skills like researching, working together, problem solving, and creating something meaningful. So the fourth is performance-based learning. Performance-based learning is showing what you know and can do through actual tasks or projects, not just tests or quizzes, to prove your skills in a real-world way. So number five is cross-disciplinary learning. So it is learning from different subjects at the same time, like using math in the science project or history in an art assignment to see how everything connects and works together. So next is assessment of multiliteracies. So assessment of multiliteracies is moved from usual memorization of facts and disconnected process to demonstration of understanding through application in a variety of contexts. So in other words, refers to evaluating a person's proficiency across various types of literacies or skills such as reading, writing, digital literacy, critical thinking, and more. So, the assessment process shifts away from traditional methods like memorization and isolated stacks. So, this approach provides a more comprehensive and practical assessment of a person's abilities beyond just knowing facts or process. So, next is media literacy skills. Media literacy skills are honed as students address real-world issues from environment. So, students use the technological and multimedia tools now available to them to design and produce website, television shows and radio shows, and etc. So, in a way, students can freely express their points of view as they create project using multimedia and deliver this product to real world audience. So, realizing that they can make a difference and change the world. Also, they learn what it is to be a contributing citizen and carry these citizenship skills throughout their life. So, next, the next topic is preparing teacher for multiliteracy. So, first, not New London Group 1996 underscores multiliteracy as multimodal ways of communication that includes communication between and among others language, just using diverse channels within cultures and an ability to understand technology and multimedia. So, according to BISWAS 2014, asserted that one challenge for educators is to help students create a sustainable literacy development throughout schooling so that students can develop strong literacy skills. So, and the third is according to Ajayi 2011 recommended that teachers education must prepare teachers to teach multiliteracies and classroom pedagogy according to Penning 2013. So here's the Newman 2002 in BISWAS 2014 suggests that teachers integrate four components of multiliteracies in teaching. So here's the first one is situated practice. So lead student towards meaningful learning by integrating primary knowledge. So these components emphasize learning within authentic context or real-life situation. It involves actively engaging learners in meaningful tasks that are relevant to their lives, experience, and interests. So, situated practice helps learners to develop skills and knowledge by applying them in practical scenarios, fostering deeper understanding and motivation. So, second is overt instruction. Guide student to systematic practice of learning process with tools and techniques. So, overt instructions in these components, teachers directly teach skills, strategies, and concepts related to multiliteracies. So, they may use lectures, demonstration, or other instructional methods to convey information and facilitate learning. So, overt instruction complements situated practice by providing structured support and scaffolding for learners. So, the third is critical framing. Teaches students how to question diverse perception for better learning experience. So, critical framing is involved helping learners to develop their their critical thinking skills and a critical awareness of context in which they are learning in using multiliteracies. Then the number four is transform action. Teach students to apply the lesson they learn to solve real life problems. So it is involves encourage learners to use their skills and knowledge to create meaningful change or contribution in their communities, workplace, and broader society. Transform action emphasize the transformative potential of multiliteracies in addressing real-world change challenge, promoting social justice, and fostering positive change. So these four components work together synergistically. So to support holistic and effective multiliteracies education and also promoting active learning, critical thinking, meaningful application, and positive social impact. So next is teaching multiliteracies can inform, age, and encourage students to embrace the multiplicity of learning practice according to New London Group 1996. Research shows that effective instruction in 21st century literacy takes an integrated approach, helping students understand how to access, evaluate, synthesize, and contribute to information. New London Group 1996. So, teachers insist to first encourage students to reflect regularly on the role of technology in their learning. Second, create a website and invite students to use it, continue class discussion, and bring in outside voice. Three is give students strategies for evaluating the quality of information they find on the internet. Number four is be open about one's own strengths and limitations with technology and invite students to help. Number five is explore technology students are using outside the classroom and find ways to incorporate them into one teaching. Six is use wiki to develop a multimodal reader's guide to a class text. And number seven, includes a broad variety of media and genre in class text. Number eight, ask students to create a podcast to share with an authentic audience. So number nine is give students explicit instruction about how to avoid plagiarism in a digital environment. And number 10 is refers to the Partnership for 21st Century Skills website. So, for schools and policy makers. First is teachers need both intellectual and material support for effective 21st century literacy instruction. So, number two is schools need to provide continuing opportunities for professional development as well as up-to-date technology for use in literacy classroom. Number three, address the digital divide by lowering the number of students per computer and by providing high-quality access like broadband speed and multiple location to technology and multiple software package. Number four, ensure that students in literacy classes have regular access to technology. Number five is provide regular literacy specific professional development in technology for teachers and administrators at all levels including higher education. Number six, require teacher preparation programs to include training in integrating technology into instruction. Number seven, protect online learners and ensure their privacy. Number eight, affirm the importance of literacy, teachers in helping students develop technological proficiency. And number 9, adopt and regularly renew review standard for instruction in technology. So, the integration of new literacies and the teaching of multiliteracies open new pedagogical practice that create opportunities for future literacy teaching and learning. Students learn to collaborate by sharing their thoughts with others in online spaces where they can engage in different forms or modes of learning process. Consequently, students can be expected to become more confident and knowledgeable in their learning through particip- participatory and collaborative practice as a result of this new literacy integration in the curriculum for teacher education, New London Group, 1996. That's all my report. Thank you for listening. Bye po.